Hi, this is Sibila, extreme vocal and fry scream myths and traps you must avoid. Myth number 1. You need vocal fry in order to master the fry scream. Vocal fry is one of the simplest and the most helpful tools to check if your vocal folds and voice are properly relaxed and if you don't deal with any problems with breath control. Because if your vocal fry sounds like or then there is probably something wrong in your voice emission technique, a technical foundation, and it may make it much harder for you to master the fry scream. But the biggest trap to avoid when practicing fry scream is using too much of vocal fry. If you use too much vocal fry or try to project it it's very easy to constrict the throat, and instead of producing a fry scream, oh! Wow! You will just suffocate yourself because your vocal folds will be too firmly connected and you will stop the airflow almost completely. And this is why overusing vocal fry, depending too much on vocal fry while practicing fry scream is wrong. I've never met a single person who could learn how to fry scream by projecting the vocal fry, and I practice with over 800 people. But it doesn't mean that vocal fry is bad. Let's don't demonize it. It's not so useless. It can be a helpful element of some fry scream exercises, but it's just one of the elements, not the core, not the most important thing. For instance, you can use vocal break, whoa, 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 or glottal compression, or both, and use a pinch of vocal fry, not the tone of it, like and that's enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. So vocal fry can be a helpful part of a warm-up to seeing if your voice is properly relaxed, if you control the airflow. It's not like this, it's not like this, it's not too tight, it's just creaky and lazy as it should. That's a good foundation. It means that your voice is relaxed and there is no extra air that is leaking. And it can be a useful element of some fry scream exercises, but remember to not overuse the vocal fry and don't project it as this will just constrict your throat. Myth number 2. Whispering is going to help you master the fry scream. It's one of the worst things that you can do while practicing fry scream. Whispering makes sound much more airy, but also constricted and very squeaky. It's very hard to control the sound, and it's very easy to cause yourself discomfort and a scratchy sensation inside of your throat. So it's very important to not whisper. Something between a sigh and a whisper like can be helpful for learning glottal compression, but it's not whispering. We don't use this for fry screaming, we use this to learn glottal compression. And the next step to learn glottal compression is trying to hold back the air as you exhale it, or just add a tiny punch to this sigh of refreshment. And then you can add a pinch of your natural voice to avoid a whisper. And that's glottal compression, but it's not whispering. Some people fall into a trap of mixing whispering with compression. It may sound like this. The sound is very squeaky, very tight. It's hard to control it, it's hard to project it. It's very small, but requires a lot of energy, much more than a proper fry scream. So this requires much more effort and causes a greater discomfort than anything like oh yeah. In some cases, whispering helps to figure out the shape of your vocal tract, the position of the soft palate, the tongue, the larynx, or the mouth shape, but it shouldn't be used as a source of compression or distortion for your screaming, whether it's fry scream, false chord, or something else that you do. And how to recognize if you use whisper in your screams? The sound will be very small, hollow, tight, and the volume will be low, but it will still need quite a lot of energy to produce and sustain the sound. And no matter how hard you try, the sound is still small and squeaky. And it feels as if your voice was stuck. A proper fry scream doesn't need to be very loud, very big. It just needs to feel open enough, free. It should be possible to do it higher, do it lower, hold the sound for longer without tightening your throat or your neck. Here's a quick comparison of a whisper scream with a basic falsetto fry scream. They can sound very similar, but they are not the same sound, because from the falsetto fry scream, you can build something more dense, something bigger, something that you can project more and energize without constricting the throat and sounding like shit. So a whisper scream is something like and the falsetto fry scream is like yeah! You can make it bigger, more dense, more aggressive. The voice doesn't become constricted and blocked. Myth number 3. Fry scream has to be quiet. Just as in the case of the speaking voice, some people are naturally louder and quieter, and a louder person can learn how to gently lower the volume of their voice so they don't sound as if they were shouting all the time, and a quieter person can learn how to use the resonance, breath support more efficiently to make their voice more sonorous, bigger, more dense, and firmer. But it takes training. So some people will achieve a relatively small fry scream in the beginning during the first weeks or even months of practice, and some people will naturally gain a much greater volume without tearing their throats and constricting their larynx. It will come naturally to them. So the volume of the fry scream is a very individual thing, especially during the first weeks or months of practice. If your fry scream is small and quiet, fine. Until it's not a whisper scream, everything is okay. Then it looks a bit like a progressive overload at the gym. You work out to build bigger muscles to become stronger, and you gradually can lift heavier or increase the volume, do more reps and stuff like that, and you gradually become bigger and stronger. And you can do the same with your fry scream until it's not a whisper scream, as we talked earlier, because when you have something like that, it's very difficult to make this sound more open, more dense, and to project it more without suffocating yourself. So if your fry scream is technically good, but it's just small, don't worry. It's possible to make it gradually bigger. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow! But it will take practice, just like growing your muscles at the gym. It's also worth mentioning that some methods, for example those that use vocal fry and falsetto, will deliver smaller sounds. A bigger sound can be achieved in an easier way when you use vocal break. Then a bigger sound comes more naturally. But vocal break can be something that doesn't work for you. So it's very important to observe which methods, what types of sounds help you push forward and progress. And that's also a very individual thing. I never met two people for whom the same set of exercises would work equally. There's always something that works better or worse, or doesn't work at all for certain people. So self-observation is a very important element of mastering the fry scream. Myth number 4. You need to use falsetto. Just as in the case of the vocal fry, falsetto can be a helpful element of some of fry scream exercises, but it's not necessary for mastering the fry scream. If you find it helpful, perfect. If you don't find it helpful, you can look for other solutions, for example, vocal break, glottal compression, or using distortion combined with a vocal break in order to master a fry scream with a bit of distortion. Myth number 5. You have to push air through closed vocal folds in order to master the fry scream. Partially it's true, but it doesn't work that way for everyone. I've practiced only with one person who found it helpful to literally close the vocal folds by using glottal compression and then pushing the air. And for everyone else, it has never worked. What turned out to be much more efficient was to coordinate the airflow with the connection of the vocal folds and a bit of a broken voice. We start with a bit of air, then we gently close the vocal folds, we add a pinch of a broken voice, we aim a bit further forward, we slightly project it more, and as we project it more, we also compress it more. And here we have a basic fry scream. It may be more difficult to do than this closure and but it will help you set a much better, healthier technical foundation because you will achieve the right balance between the pressure, compression, the engagement of your core muscles, which is breath support, and the amount of your natural voice and the volume of the sound. You will save quite a lot of energy and sound much better, which will help you to produce more powerful, bigger, louder sounds with a greater ease. But if you find this method helpful, good for you, but don't stick to it for too long. Look for something else, something that is a bit more open, that is more dynamic, smoother in terms of the flow. Wow, yeah. Not just very static. Wow, yeah. Negation is my path against him and ignorance. Alright, here you have it. I hope that you will find this video helpful, and if you want to master the fry scream or other extreme vocal techniques, check out the complete guide to extreme vocals. You will find the link in the description of this video. Thank you very much, have a great practice and see you around. Bye!